Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual Turner County Elementary School Title I Parent Meeting. Again, welcome to the teachers, parents, community members to our annual Title I Parent Meeting. And if you don't fall into one of those categories, we'd still like to thank y'all for coming out tonight. It's open house, but we want to start off open house by going over our Title I program. And that's what we'll be reviewing and discussing today during this presentation. What is a Title I school? A school that receives federal monies based on the number of low-income families in each district to improve the educational services for children in most need of educational help. The focus is to help all students meet the same high standards expected of all children. And that's basically any child in the surrounding area. Across this country, we want our kids to receive that same academic support so we can be up to par or on the same level as all kids that are competing in the same grade levels as our students. Title I purpose. Title I funds are provided for increasing academic achievement to include additional staff members, instructional materials, instructional supplies, and professional learning. It is funded based on the number of children living in poverty in the county between ages 5 to 17. It is not based on student enrollment. It's based on the population of children living in the county. Majority of funds provide supplemental, let's go back to that, supplemental classroom assistance, reduces class size, and provides additional instruction for interventions. How does our school spend Title I money? Title I money is used for extra educational services beyond basic instruction for students most in need of educational help. And that's basically all the extra stuff. We have HMH and other things to provide Tier 1 instruction. But guess what? This also helps in areas of HMH, provide all the things we need to help our students learn at the highest level possible. School year 25-26 Title I allocation for Turner County. Approximately 90% of the Title I budget is expended on salaries and benefits. Go back. Teacher benefits, teacher retirement, state health insurance, and Medicare. Paraprofessional benefits, teacher retirement, state health insurance, Medicare, and Social Security. And our parent engagement coordinator, software programs, and classroom materials. Parent involvement expenditures required to spend 1% of the Title I allocation on parent involvement. 90% of the 1% must be spent at the school level. Parent involvement budget. Having a parent engagement coordinator, which is Ms. Brandy Register for Title I schools. Needs-based decision from surveys, feedback, focus groups, and meetings. Pay 100% of the parent engagement salary. Host a district parent resource center room located at Turner County Elementary School, room 47. And the activities as follow: parent conference meetings, literacy night, parent meetings, math night, and also Black History Month are just among the few activities that we do as parent that involve parent engagement. So we're going to try to continue those throughout this year. How does our school participate in the Title I program? Turner County Elementary School is a school-wide Title I school. We offer several ways for parents and community to be involved. What are our school's Title I school-wide or targeted assistant requirements? A Title I school-wide program is a comprehensive reform strategy designed to upgrade the entire educational program in a Title I school. The goal is to ensure that all students, particularly those who are low achieving, demonstrate proficient and advanced levels of achievement on state academic standards. Requirements: must conduct a comprehensive needs assessment, must identify and commit to specific goals and strategies that address those needs, create a comprehensive plan, conduct annual evaluation of the effectiveness of the school-wide program, and revise the plan annually as necessary. So these are those requirements that we have to meet as a Title I school. Our Turner County Elementary School school-wide program, our school-wide goals. These are part of our school improvement plan to increase all subgroup attendance by 15% in the 25-26 school year. So we're just trying to improve attendance because we know if the kids are here, we can help them meet their academic goals. And if they're here, they're going to lead into the next goal, is to increase all subgroup targets in ELA and math on GMAS by 3 to 6%. And we know GMAS comes around every year in April, and so that's what we're pushing for, a 3 to 6% increase in each one of those subject areas, and also science, which is only did in 5th grade, but we want to target those subgroups, especially in ELA and math. And this will happen by decreasing the number of level 1s in all subgroup targets in ELA and math on GMAS. So we want to get more 2s, 3s, and 4s, especially 3s and 4s. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, just how 1s affect us when we're calculating our CCRPI score. Also reaching the CCRPI Lexile targets in each of the following grade levels. 3rd grade, a 670, 4th grade, 840, and 5th grade, a 920. Those are the targets that we want to hit as those students complete those grade levels. What programs, supports are in place to help my child? We have 21st Century After School programs. We have reading and math intervention programs. We use iReady, Beacon, and we have RTI. HMH, ELA, and math curriculum to increase rigor, and especially on the Tier 1 level. Professional development to support and improve teacher instruction. We use our Title I funds to help support that. Leader in Me and PBIS, which is the Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support. We have incentives and programs to help motivate our kids to do better using these Title I funds as they go through their academic school year. Chromebooks for every student. We're 1-to-1. And parent nights, math night, we just had a literacy night, and assessment awareness. We always have it so we can get prepared for GMAS, and we just have these standard nights. Literacy night, we had an ELA night in September, and we're going to have a math night here soon, so be on the lookout for that and come out so we can kind of help you understand how to help support your students at home with the lessons that they have learned. What curriculum does our school use? The term curriculum refers to the lessons and academic content taught in a school or in a specific course or program. HMH core content, that's what we use for ELA and math. Supplemental things we use, Brain Pop, vocabulary, and progress learning, which helps us with science and social studies. Let me go back to that. Turner County Elementary School teaches the Georgia Standards of Excellence, GSE, standards from the Georgia Department of Education, and that can be found at www.georgiastandards.org if you want to look those standards up for your student in their particular grade level. What test will my child be taking? Georgia Milestones End of Grade Assessment, EOG. Grades 3 and 4, they take ELA and math. Grades 5 take ELA, math, and science. GAA for our special needs students. Access for our EL students, that's our English language students. And for our kindergarten, they do GKids. And also we have several formative and summative exams throughout the year. We do diagnostics with iReady and Beacon to help them get ready for these exams at the end of the year. How do the tests measure my child's progress? We have 4 achievement levels. Beginning learners, which is a 1. I'm just going to read the bolded. They do not yet demonstrate proficiency in the knowledge and skills necessary at that grade level. So that's what they receive, a 1 on the GMAS assessment. Developing learners, They demonstrate partial proficiency in the knowledge and skills necessarily at that grade level, and that's either in ELA or math. And this is for all, ELA and math and science, depending on what grade level your student is on. Proficient learners have a 3, and they demonstrate proficiency in the knowledge and skills necessary at that grade level. That means they have the required knowledge to meet the Georgia content standards for that grade level and for that subject on that grade level. And distinguished learners receive a 4. That means they demonstrate advanced proficiency in the knowledge and skills necessary at that grade level for the content that they're learning as required by the Georgia standards. So that's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, we're aiming for 3s and 4s. If we get a 2, we'll take it, and we'll understand why on the next slide, but we're aiming for 3s and 4s. What proficiency level is my child expected to meet? Now, this is the same information, but I just wanted to let you see that beginning learners, if they score that 1, or they designate as a beginning learner, we just seen on the last page, we'll go back to it real quick. A beginning learner is a 1. So if they score a 1, let's go back, they get 0 points. And we calculate our CCRPI. If they're developing learners, they get a half a point. So we want to at least for them to score 2, so we can get some points to show that they are partially proficient in that area, so we can get a half a point. But what we really want to do is score at least a level 3. A level 3 receives a point for every student that receives scores a level 3. We get a point as we calculate our CCRPI scores. And if your child receives a 4 as a distinguished learner, we receive 1.5 points for that student when we calculate. So just to go back again on the slide before, that's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if they score that, that's what the points they deserve, or what they require for a 0 as a beginning learner, a half a point as a developing learner, 1 point as a proficient learner, and 1.5 points as a distinguished learner. And if you have any questions about that, you can always come up and see what we're and get more information about how they track these points and everything like that. And this is for GMAS when we get ready for that at the end of the year, and that's only grades 3 through 5. What is required by law for parent and family engagement? Handouts, which is on the next 2 slides, is the district school joint policy and the school parent compact. What is the district parent and family engagement policy? This policy establishes the ELA's local educational agency expectation for parental involvement and describes how the LEA will implement a number of specific parental involvement activities, and it is incorporated into the LEA's plan submitted to the Georgia Department of Education as part of the CLIP. So these are things that we have to do as a Title I school, and this has to be reported to the Georgia Department of Education for all Title I schools. What is a school parent compact? A school parent compact is an agreement that parents, students, and teachers develop together. It explains how parents and teachers work together to ensure that all students receive the individual support they need to reach and exceed grade level academic standards. It will be reviewed and updated annually based on feedback from parents, students, and teachers during Title I meetings through surveys, written and verbal feedback. We will send home a copy with a signature sheet in the next few weeks for you and your student to review, sign, and return to the teacher. So please make sure when you're looking in their folders that you sign and return that school parent compact. And also, when we send out surveys, sometimes we send them on Facebook, and a lot of times I'll send them out, I'll send them out through our Infinite Campus, where all you gotta do is click on it and just go ahead and fill that survey out. We need your feedback, because that feedback helps us get the resources and know how to what you need for us to provide for your student and provide for the community. If we don't know, if you don't do the surveys, then it's hard for us to make sure that the school is providing everything that our not only that our students need, but the community needs to help our students become the leaders of tomorrow. Does my child's teacher meet professional qualifications? What is a parent's right to know? Professional qualifications of teachers and paraprofessionals can be requested by parents. Parents can request whether the student's teacher has met state qualification and licensing criteria for the grade levels and subject areas in which the teacher provides support. Is teaching under emergency or other provisional status through which state qualification or licensing criteria have been waived, and is teaching in the field of discipline of the certification of the teacher. Whether the child is provided services by paraprofessionals, and if so, their qualifications. Parents' right to know letters have been sent home with students, so you have the right to know the qualifications of the educators in this building. Pretty much that's what that says, and we have to provide it if you want to ask that question. How is Title I parent and family engagement money spent? The parent engagement coordinator, remember we pay 100% of their salary, and that's Ms. Register. Supplies, snacks for meetings, materials, and our resource room. Our resource room can have all the things we need to help not only just our students, but the community help support their students also. TCS opportunities for parent engagement. Our annual Title I meeting like tonight. ELA and math standards nights. PTO meetings. We're trying to develop our PTO, so please be on the lookout for our next PTO meeting. We need some parents to help us volunteer to help us out with our Title I, not only our Title I events, but just school events after school or even during school that we can get parents who want to come up and help us out. Black History Month, pre-K transition to kindergarten, 5th grade transition to 6th grade, parent-teacher conferences, parent resource room, helping parents to improve achievement at home, room number 47, parent surveys and revision meetings, and Title I parent planning meetings. So those are all opportunities, and if you call up and ask about them, ask for administration, and we'll let you know about all the things that we have planned that you can help support us. Parent volunteer opportunities, field day, literacy nights, school council, PBIS, Leader in Me, grade level field trips, and PTO. So anything you want to volunteer with, just let us know, and we'll let you know how you go about being able to volunteer and assist the school in every way possible. If you have any questions or comments, please contact the principal or any member of administration or Ms. Register. Thank you. That brings our annual Title I meeting to a close. If you have any questions, administration will be in the hallways. At this time, you'll be able to go down to get your students' report cards and speak with your teachers. If they have not provided a conference with you, please be respectful of other parents coming up to get report cards, and your teacher should be reaching out to you to get a conference time, whether it be phone call, virtual, or face-to-face over the next few days. They'll let you know. So pick the one that's best for you and come back up in conference with your student's teacher. Again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Y'all have a blessed night, and go Titans.